Alright, we're live. We are live on YouTube, everybody. We are live on YouTube. Okay. We are live on YouTube. Let's just pull this up real quick. Why are we pulling it up real quick? Because I need to start recording. Hello, guys. Welcome to a video. And today we are going to be basically doing commentary and reacting over this. But, 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 we're going to do, put that to the side, like that. And OPGCG right there. And that's, we don't need that. So, okay. So that we can just hide, hide. Not be able to reconnect. Oh, no. Who said stop stream? I said hide. Okay. 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 Well, oh my God. You're abusing me. Okay. So I got this loaded up right here. I need practice with the deck I'm gonna build next set, which is Emu. I cannot read shit. Okay, we got this. Um, yeah, let's start it. Okay, so we are watching the P-Star who was sued by Nintendo. Let's go.
Every year on this date, I celebrate my first big break on YouTube, which was a video called The
Alright,
Lavender
so
Town
what do
Theory.
we have here?
Since 2011, I have always come up with an upload in celebration to mark the occasion, even though I haven't been a gaming channel for a decade at this point. But I somehow always find a way to make the theme work. With my recent pivot of covering the dysfunctional lives of adult entertainers, it made me wonder if Nintendo has ever tried to
Yo,
go
I'm gonna
after
text
any
people online
women
real
in
quick.
this field, with the answer to the question being
Nintendo going after a star, a home movie star, adult star, is insane. I'm gonna go and share the link to my live real quick to my homies, see if they wanna hop in, because this is a wild shit right now. Is there any way I could fix that? Hold up. Live streaming. Why do I have that image still? No, cancel. Um, how do I change the thumbnail, guys? How do I manage? Cancel. Fuck. We're rolling with it. We're keeping it. We're keeping the thumbnail.
a
You know what?
resounding
We can
yes.
be
With
big boys
that, I
about
want to
this.
tell the troubling tale of an OnlyFans model
We
previously
can be
known
big
as
boys
Pokey
about this.
Princess, including her chaotic
Alright.
childhood, rise to e-girl fame, legal
Doesn't
dealings
matter.
with Nintendo over her name, and downfall due to accusations of child endangerment. But we'll first have to begin this story in the late 90s, when Pokemania was in full swing and the adult actress was born. Marissa Cloutier was born January 17, 1997, and grew up near Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Build a website you
Hold
love
up. I apologize. I blocked that all out. I should have paused. I should have paused.
with
That is an
Wix.
error on my part.
For your words,
I'm just like not doing my job. Okay. We're restarting it one last time. I am sorry about this. This is my first time live streaming in years. Alright. Share, Insta, just Insta, Insta. Oh no. Uh, can I share it to a group? I cannot share to a group. What if I just copy the link? I'm trying to get into my Facebook too. Want to share it just to my Facebook. Facebook. Okay. Post. Public audience. Let's go. Okay. Now let's actually get into this. Okay.
Try to go after any women in this field, with the answer to the question being a resounding yes. With that, I want to tell the troubling tale of an OnlyFans model previously known as Pokey Princess, including her chaotic childhood, rise to e-girl fame, legal dealings with Nintendo over her name, and downfall due to accusations of child endangerment. But we'll first have to begin this story in the late 90s.
Child endangerment? Wait, what? Oh, Pokemon? Pokemon?
Including her chaotic childhood, rise to e-girl fame, legal dealings with Nintendo over her name, and downfall due to accusations of child endangerment.
Because of her
name. Have to
name.
begin this story in the late 90s, when Pokemania was in full swing and the adult actress was born. Marissa Cloutier was born January 17, 1997, and grew up near Colorado Springs, Colorado.
You may trash one
Known
celestial
about her
dragon
childhood, she's accused her brother of being a, quote, abusive predator. As she put it, "My mom is coming over today so she can actually listen to all the abuse my brother put me through, and I'm hoping she can finally open her eyes. If my brother dies, I'm throwing a party with his gravestone as the cake." Beyond this, her earliest online activity dates back to 2012 when she created the Tumblr blog Oceanic Trip. She started.
So, when she was 12, she made a Tumblr blog. That's interesting. I didn't know that about Pokey. I didn't know she had a porn pass. I didn't know that at all.
Posting here at the age of 15. Like many from her generation.
We're learning shit. Wait, was she posting when she was 15? Wait, I need to...
through, and I'm hoping she can finally open her eyes. If my brother dies, I'm throwing a party with his gravestone as the cake. Beyond this, her earliest online activity dates back to 2012 when she created the Tumblr blog Oceanic Trip. She started posting here at the age of 15. Like many from her generation, she identified with the predominant scene culture of the time. This led her to post selfies online, later calling herself one of the original e-girls. The young woman quickly grew a following, with many of her photos garnering over 100,000 reblogs. Sadly, this only seemed to lead to bullying in her real life. People in Colorado were so fucking mean to me about how I looked. Shortly after, she began exploring the local music scene, an experience that would end up being quite traumatizing. You see, Marissa recounted being preyed on by 6 artists whilst underage, detailing 4 separate instances in which she was sexually assaulted. Because many were also cheating on their partners, the teen would end up being the scapegoat and ostracized by the community. I went to the police to report it, and came out to Corey Sementol, where he then told everybody about my assault, which resulted in me being humiliated by the whole music scene and everybody calling me a liar, which is why I never went through with the charges. Anytime I tried to come out about it, the music scene shunned me because nobody ever liked me. Just because y'all hate me doesn't take away from the fact that your friends sexually abused me. It didn't help that she had a negative reputation for things like lying about her age.
So she was getting abused, she was lying about her age, all at this young age of 15, and people didn't give a shit. And people didn't give a shit. They were bullying her for it. You know what? I don't respect that. I don't respect those people. They're victim blaming. Yes, people will use, uh, kids will, kids will use at older age. That is just normal shit. That doesn't change the victim. Does it make it right? No, but that's why we're supposed to be parents. That's why you're supposed to be parents.
age, which to be clear doesn't mean she wasn't
I need
telling the
this to get
truth
stressed,
about her
man. I
abuse.
need to get
When
stressed.
Marissa came
The
out with
ice
her
need to chill
story in
me out.
2020, a multitude of victims stepped forward.
Oh yeah, by the way, promotion time. Quick promotion. I am a rapper. You can go check out my music. I am Loving Lucifer. I am on Spotify. You can go check out my music released on YouTube as well, which actually has more releases than Spotify because Spotify has not released some of my music for some reason. But I am on pretty much every platform. So yeah, if you stream music somewhere, you should be able to find me. Love in Lucifer, one word. Anyway, let's get back in. Shameless plug.
To corroborate her
Okay.
account, with some being as young as 13 at the time of their own experience. Because the musicians named were local and from the MySpace era, a site with bad archives, there isn't a ton of
So I
info
can.
about them that I could find on that at least one band, Fortune's Fool, disbanded as a
Look at
result of
three
these
cars from the top of your
accusations.
deck.
At
Up to
17, the
one Tennessee
self-proclaimed e-girl would find some stability in her friend Xavier, attending their first
Hmm.
Warped Tour festival that summer. A year later, she fully rebranded her account to Pokey Princess. As you can probably guess, this stemmed from a lifelong love of Pokemon, having stockpiled a massive collection of memorabilia from a young age. Her first tattoo
Can I
also
not
paid
use it?
tribute to the Game Freak
It's on
IP,
play though, right?
getting an illustration of the character Nurse Joy. So,
Oh.
Pokey Princess stuck, and
Okay.
she registered accounts under the
Weird.
alias on Instagram and YouTube. The former was her new main platform, sharing her
So
cosplays and talking
so
openly
that's one
about her
card to
struggles,
scratch.
most notably eating disorders. However, the young woman's life would take a drastic turn when, at just 19, she became pregnant. The father was a man named Shane, of
No more
whom she
cards in this
was in a
deck.
committed relationship. It's unclear how long they were dating beforehand, though
They did
Marissa
not
has
throw my
seemingly
Sabo
called him
away,
a
right?
predator, along with another musician
Fuck.
they were friends with.
I have four in the deck.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it,
Shouldn't I
just
have?
by thinking about it. Before, a complete AI creation platform. And watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and
Oh, I'm
expand
going against
in any
myself?
direction.
I've
From
never played
tools
this
built
before.
for one to platforms ready for many.
We're gonna play something else, guys. I don't have anything else to play.
From passion projects to
So
enterprise-grade
I'm going to call a
systems,
stream later.
everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you
We'll just
imagine it?
focus on the video.
Let's make your
I'm
dream a
sorry there won't
reality
be gaming in the
right now.
background for your ADHD brains. But there will be gaming in the background in my next live stream, which will be... I'm probably going to stop this one and start another one up like a bit later so that I can just get something set up or pause it. I think there's a pause option.
My
Pausing it.
ex-husband would always brag about how
Oh, pause
good
it.
of friends he was with the Johnny Craig. And like, yeah, no wonder why. You both were openly While neither felt ready to be parents, they were serious about each other and decided to keep the baby. They got married and welcomed their son Onyx into the world on August 16, 2017. Yes, he was named after the Pokemon of the same name. What's next? If they had a daughter, would they name her Celebi?
Obviously, if I had a girl, I
Probably.
would name her Celebi.
Unfortunately, their relationship deteriorated before Onyx was even born. According to her, Shane cheated
Perfect cutaway! This is why he's one of my favorite content
on her
creators.
multiple times during and after the pregnancy. He also allegedly pressured her into making a couple's Tinder account so they could find girls to
Oh,
have threesomes with. Unfortunately, the lifestyle didn't work out, as less than a year after their son was born, they filed for
oh man, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
divorce, leading to a bitter custody battle that went into the summer of 2018. Marissa later called her ex-husband manipulative, claiming he would scream at their son to the point Onyx suffered from night terrors. He allegedly also refused to celebrate holidays because he was an atheist.
Okay, just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you don't need to celebrate holidays. I'm a, I'm a saint for Christmas. You know that, right? Like, come on, come on. Also, if you don't know, Christmas was stolen from the pagans. Look into the history. And yes, pagans do still exist. They aren't extinct, even though my uncle tries to pretend they are extinct. They aren't. My mom's a pagan. My ex is a pagan. My other ex is a pagan. They're still out there. A lot more than you would think. Christians stole their holiday. Also, if you didn't know, Christianity is a straight up cult. If you believe Jesus was alive at one time, then it would meet due to the what is it, Holy Grail, it would literally meet the requirements of a cult. Just saying, Christianity's a cult. If you want to follow God and not be a cult, be spiritual, or be, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, Jewish. Is it Hebrew? Hebrew? Or is that their language? Judaism. Judaism. Be in Judaism. Yeah, Jewish. I was right the first time. Why did I question myself? Doesn't matter. But yeah, just be in Judaism. If you want to be following God, loving God, you want to be on the right path, follow Judaism. That would make more sense. You're not in a cult, man. Even the Romans dedicated Christianity as a cult. The Romans literally did that. It's been known. It's been known. It's been known since ancient Rome.
Atheist. Now a single mother, Marissa scraped by working minimum wage jobs while living with her parents.
Also, yes, I am a little bit of a history nut. Okay, when it comes to certain things like that, like forgotten history, I am a history nut.
If things weren't
I
complicated
like for
enough, at 9
I like forgotten history. I like shit that not many people not know. I like to look at that stuff. I like to research that. That one of my favorite things to research is things people normally don't research.
months old, a doctor told the teen mom Onyx may be autistic and that she needed to do a better job. Shane allegedly stepped away from his son's life, leading to a 3 to 4 month period where he was
Stepped away
completely
from his
absent.
life because he's I, brother. I am special. I am special. You do it. They would step away from me too, huh? Huh, bro? What the fuck? People just leave. People just leave their special needs kids behind. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Onyx's dad left him for a bit like a.
Isn't this Pokemon though a digital princess? So it's not. I thought this was about Pokemon because he was talking about Pokemon at the start. I lost track somewhere. It's okay. I was trying to figure out OPTCG, and that's completely my fault. I am sorry, Gamer from Mars. You deserve more respect. I am sorry. I will put my pride aside. Even though I am Lucifer, even though I am Eb, I am a literal born and bred demon from chaos. I will admit my fault.
3 or 4 month period, and during that time, I was only working.
This goat, this four-horned goat, this Baphomet bows his head in respects. I am sorry. Gamer from Mars, I formally apologize, my dude. Formally apologize, my dude. That was my fault. I lost track. I'm the ditz. I'm the idiot.
Working like a normal, like minimum wage job.
Soon enough, Onyx completely stopped talking or showing any emotions. But over time, he opened back up.
If your kid goes nonverbal, you're neglecting it, or you're abusing it, or there's some other deep. No, you'd be neglecting it or abusing it because you can't even notice the problems in your own kid and fix it. That would be neglecting. If you're not bringing them to a therapist, if you're not getting them to work through it, you are neglecting.
No longer in a household of constant fighting. Shane continued seeing
And having them around fighting is not a healthy environment for a child either.
other people, and in May of 2019 signed over all parental rights for Denver and never returning. Marissa recalled that
Damn! Have fun being a single mom. Forever see you next Tuesday.
the last thing he said to her
And I'm having the time of my life. I hate people like this. If you're just gonna leave behind someone that you loved and you're not even going to give them a chance to work things through completely without trying to argue their points every time, if you're not willing to work that out, you didn't love them enough in the first place. And yes, I do hope you're watching. I'm talking to you, Faye. I'm talking to you, Faye. I do hope you're watching.
was,
Did you have to start the lawnmower? I'm live streaming here. I'm live streaming here. We just gotta fucking deal with it.
have fun being a single mom forever. Little did he know, the one place of refuge that had been there her entire life would end up becoming a profitable venture. What needs to be understood is that throughout these tumultuous times, Marissa had once again
Bro,
grown a
shut the
sizable
lawnmower.
following online.
Bro, my ADHD does not like that. Like, what the fuck?
She enjoyed watching streamers on Twitch, and one day realized she could probably do it herself. Her first broadcast was in 2018, originally focused on,
I'm
of course,
streaming.
Pokemon games. At this stage, her main platform was still Instagram, getting a following for her promiscuous nerd-themed photos. The young mom often got DMs asking if she sold pictures, which led her to discover the adult content platform OnlyFans.
And this is where the descent begins. Sorry, epic music plays. I had to make
This
a
was early
speech.
2019, right around when OF saw its first major explosion in growth. Marissa joined around March while still working as a sushi chef at a restaurant called Tokyo Joe's.
I just used to work like food, like server
Also, yes,
jobs.
my
I used to be a
oxygen is
manager at a place called
90%
Taste
vapor.
Affiliate for like 5 years. Ended up leaving there, and then I worked at a place called Tokyo Joe's where I basically just worked on sushi and stuff like that.
Immediately, the decision alienated the aspiring streamer from some of her male coworkers who had girlfriends. I was showing my coworker photos of Onyx and accidentally swiped to a naked photo of me. But Marissa never felt ashamed, openly posting about her new
The moment you post that shit, you delete it. The moment you post that shit, you delete it from your phone so people don't just fucking see it. God damn.
gig on Facebook. I would just like to say I'm not
God. Like, what the fuck?
sorry for constantly advertising all my sex work content. If my family on Facebook
After this, we gotta go over the knot. I want to do a breakdown of the knot from ICP. I am so fucking ADHD, it's not funny. I am like the definition of ADHD. This is not okay. I need
can
ADHD,
ignore all my posts, so can you. This was in part due to an ex screenshotting her content and threatening to send it to her dad. So to defuse things, Marissa told them herself. Her parents ended up being extremely supportive of her decision. After all, she had finally found a way to support herself and her son.
I would never admit to my family that I made one of those accounts. Never. Oh shit! I guess I just admitted it on live.
Showing up to a family function like, hey y'all, I just got raw dogged and paid my rent. What about you,
What
brother?
the fuck? And we didn't notice that porn was just legal prostitution back then? That's all it is. And you pay someone to fuck. Just the only difference is there's a camera. It's literally a loophole. If you just want to get a prostitute, just say you're gonna film it for a porn video and then actually film it. Make sure they're okay with the filming, of course, and then just do it. Because then, guess what? You're just filming a porno. You're just filming a porno. You're not yeah. You're not taking advantage of women. Even though it's kind of the same fucking thing, people just don't really fucking think about it because they think it's empowering. When no, no, you're doing the same disrespect that prostitution would be to your own gender. Do you not realize that? I, honestly, I think it should be legal in general because it's your own fucking body. But I understand the reasons why it is illegal. The reasons why it is illegal, if you don't know the reasons why prostitution is legal, is because if it when it was legal, people were having pimps and shit. Like it was like the pimp shit, sexual abuse, women forced to do this stuff. So since women would be forced to do it, they made it illegal. But we don't talk about how they do that in the porn industry too. They do it in the pee industry too. They do it in the pee industry too. Like it's honestly sick. It's honestly sick.
By August, she made enough to cover
Not in the good way. Not in the good way. Holy shit. That's gonna get clipped.
3 months of expenses. 2 months later, she reached the top 1% of OnlyFans. A friend even wrote an article about her for
Should I just pull up the YouTube chat real quick? Because I don't even know if people can talk. I ain't got no chatters. Damn, 27. This recording. Damn. Live 28, recording 27. Sheesh. Okay. Okay. What kind of editing am I going to do? I'm going to have to go through that and chop out like all the little. Ugh. I'm going to have to find a fucking video editing software. Fuck. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I'm going to need editing software.
a school paper, dubbing her the Colorado e-girl. That
It's,
Christmas, Marissa was
oh,
able
that
to
just.
buy her mom a
Damn.
Gucci
Okay.
purse and her dad a new flat-screen TV. For herself, she got a whole new set of teeth, as well as a quote-unquote new pussy. Her success grew even more exponentially as OnlyFans boomed amidst the
Huh? Did she just have it tightened? Is there a surgery to tighten them? Wait, is there a surgery to tighten them? Wait, wait. Wait. If that's a thing, guys, you gotta go tell your girls right now. You gotta tell them right now.
the 2020 pandemic. With not much else to do during lockdown, she
What? That was a bad joke. I know. I don't care. I'm a juggalo. We don't give a fuck. Whoop whoop.
streamed regularly on Twitch, veering from Pokemon titles to multiplayer
Whoop
shooters like
whoop.
Overwatch, as well as horror games which landed her viral clips. By September, she had amassed 50,000 followers on the streaming
Are
platform,
there any free horror
making
games I can
hundreds
do?
if
I can
not
check out.
thousands of dollars per day. Viewers loved her bubbly personality and interactions with chats, even inviting her most loyal moderators to play with her on stream.
Chat, is there any of my mods who have played Outlast 2 that want to help me in my next streams, please? I'll pay you or something. I just want someone to help me during it. I like when you guys are by my side during it.
But her most popular platform by
Holy shit, my mom is actually telling me to go through with trying to sue a website because they pirated my first ever album. My first ever official album got pirated. You can download it for free on a website right now. And I am not happy about that. You're supposed to be paying me. I want my money. I literally have a risk of going homeless in January. I need my money. So I kind of do want to sue them a bit. I know they probably made nothing off of it, but heck, if it's money, it's money. Because I have publishing rights. I have my masters. I have that shit, bro. I'm fully independent right now. Thank you, TuneCore. Thank you.
far was TikTok. At first, she didn't get it,
Bro,
finding
we're only 9 minutes into. Oh, fuck.
it stupid and weird. But after learning how popular cosplays were on the site, she made an account, quickly amassing
Guys, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. I'm not sitting here. Guys, we gotta do this. Guys, we gotta do this.
1.9 million followers.
Hungry Root is here,
No!
and I needed it because my fridge is super empty.
Fuck
Nothing's
yes!
in the box.
God damn it!
That's the
No, I don't
exciting
have
part.
premium. No, I don't have money for premium.
These avenues
Screw
further
off.
promoted her OnlyFans, and by the end of that year, she had made enough money to move her entire family to Florida. I try not to talk about my ex, but I just want to say I hope he
Florida.
sees my face all over the internet and gets upset.
Bro, I want to live in California or Miami, Florida. Like LA or Miami, Florida. My dream location to live is Beverly Hills. Someday. Someday I'm gonna be there. It's not even a dream, it's my future. 2 million? No. $4 million mansion? $6 million mansion? Someday. Someday I'm gonna generational wealth.
Since he told me I
I'm
would
gonna
be
keep
nothing.
working
How's
for
life
it.
treating you, Shane?
And y'all ain't stopping me no matter how much hate I get in the fucking TikTok comments and the fucking Instagram comments and the fucking YouTube comments on my music. I don't give a shit. I'm rising to the
The
top.
thing is, such
Setting up my legend arc. Setting up my legend arc. All legends are hated before they're loved. That's actually kind of true. Look at it. Eminem hated. He was hated and clowned on for being the white boy in rap. What is he now? The most skilled rapper to ever exist. Tupac Shakur, hated for his opinions and political views, and being directly spoken about it. Household name everywhere. Everybody remembers Tupac. Jay-Z, before he was outed as a pedo, he became a legend, a household name after being hated at the start of his career because they called him a sellout. Should I keep going? MGK, the legend of multi-genres. Completely hated at the start of his career, hated in the middle of his career after being loved for a long time, and now he is loved again, but also hated by a lot of people. He is that is the most turbulent tale of a legend, I'd say.
fame came with increased scrutiny, the first of which was from none other than Nintendo itself. It all started in May of 2020 when Marissa filed a trademark for her username PokePrincess. Given the
Juice WRLD was loved since the beginning, though. I ain't never seen Juice WRLD hate. I ain't never seen Juice WRLD hate. That is the one artist I don't think was ever hated before becoming a legend. X, there was people saying they couldn't understand him. So X, yes, there was hate. Um, who else? ICP, ICP. I am a juggalo after all. And the best is for last. ICP, Insane Clown Posse. Hated at the start of their career, hated at the top of their career, and now beloved at like the last stretch of their career. Bro, it took the last stretch of their career to get loved. Damn. Oh, I mean they were loved, like, but they weren't really making music much. So
Japanese companies
during like a middle transition time.
aggressive track record of litigation, it was only a matter of time before they took notice. That August, she was contacted by Nintendo, who issued a cease and desist. It firstly demanded she abandon the trademark, but then further stated she infringed their copyright by selling T-shirts and merch featuring.
Also, I haven't been asleep since one in the afternoon yesterday. You guys saw the time.
Their characters. Because of this, Marissa was forced to not only change her name, but pay back some of her earnings. After 2 months, she was finally able to speak about the situation publicly on October 6, 2020.
So for the past 2 months, I've been going through something, and basically it's keep my username and get sued by the biggest company in the world, or change my username and hopefully be able to rebrand efficiently.
In addition to this TikTok, she also made a YouTube video elaborating on the experience. It was a difficult decision to make. After all, this was her entire online identity. It was unclear what would happen to her momentum as a result of this forced rebrand, but ultimately the ordeal proved to be a blessing in disguise.
I hope Nintendo just gets shut down. I love I love Mario Maker. I love Mario Kart. I love the Pokemon games. But they are the most greedy dirtbag company I've ever seen. And they take down some of the best and some promotional shit. SML never harmed them. I don't care that they were on Good Morning America. I don't care. They never harmed the image of Nintendo. Everybody knew that they weren't affiliated with Nintendo. Everybody knew that already. You just took away something amazing for no reason. Then you're doing it to Power too, which didn't even copy shit except for your Pokeball physics. So what? We can't catch monsters and balls now? That's against the rules? That is fucking ridiculous. Get that patent shit out of here.
As it turns out, her story was picked up by numerous gaming outlets, resulting in a huge influx of viewers, as well as subscribers on her OnlyFans. It was even covered by Vice, likely for the irresistible headline of Nintendo lawyers coming for a sex worker's name. While upset over losing the moniker she had used for the past 8 years, Marissa was flattered to be personally noticed by the company that had been a comfort her entire life. I want to make it clear that I'm not trying to play the victim in the situation, and only hope to be somebody people can learn from and not make the same mistakes I did. I still love Nintendo and will forever support them. It's kind of a cool thing to say, that the ones who made my childhood so cool, they finally noticed me. All it took was for me to infringe on everything about them.
This game, you're not.
Hey, I was noticed by Ouija Mag before I even started my career. He responded to me, man. He
On
responded to
October
a
9th, she
message
did
of
her
mine.
last stream as
I'm not saying what because I'm not leaking shit, but that made me happy. When he responded to a message of mine, that made me happy.
Princess, before rebranding to Digital Princess. It didn't seem to have as much of an impact as she feared, likely because her new alias ended up being so similar. It should also be noted that a majority of the internet was supportive of the sex worker at this point, mostly due to a disdain they had with the House of Mario's
I want to be signed to Psychopathic Records, or Chapter 17, or Strange Music. But no, I'll never get it twisted.
litigious nature. Her TikTok grew to 2.2 million followers, and her OnlyFans reached over 330,000
Which means I'm not joining Magic Ninja Entertainment.
likes. She also double-dipped, making a Fansly which itself garnered 5,500 followers. It was presented as an oddly wholesome story by the media given the circumstances. Sadly, this was not her only controversy, as the next time she made headlines, it would be for much more troubling reasons. As you may have guessed, Marissa has dealt with many of the criticisms sex workers who are parents face about the impact it could have on their child. She often confronted this on Twitter, arguing that her new income would secure a better life for her toddler. My son won't be in the internet for like 10 more years. Y'all are fucking creepy thinking about my toddler searching for nudes. People actually think my kid is with me 24/7 when I'm doing sex work. I don't ever let anybody stay the night or come over when I have him. I don't even film content or do sexual acts when he's in my home. Thank you. Next.
No, this is a good debate. This is a good debate. Let's hear what you got to say. Comment section below. Let's hear what you got to say, people. This is a good debate. Should a sex worker be allowed to have custody of their child? This is a good debate. What do you think? What do you think? On one hand, it subjects them to possible future trauma when kids inevitably find those images through older siblings or through friends online who may have gotten an ID skip past shit, which is actually very easy to do. It's extremely easy to trick ID shit online. You can like get a little like fake card thing, not like a state one, but like one of those like ones that like Chuck E. Cheese's that says the state. One of the ones that like has like your image. Like they make like prank cards that you can get. They aren't made to be fraudulent or anything. They're just made to be a goofy gag, and you can use those to get past those captures. So it's actually extremely easy for kids to still get access to that shit, even with ID verification stuff. So no matter what, it's probably inevitable that the child will end up seeing pictures of their own mother or own father who is doing those works. So I think it is probably in the best interest of the child to not have them in a home with a parent who does that. But at the same time, you're not if you're taking the proper precautions to where they're not in the room, I can understand it being legal to still have custody of your kid. But at the same time, there's just so much risk and trauma that is like damn near inevitable being a sex worker with a kid. So I just think maybe sex workers shouldn't have custody of their kids. Is that fair? Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. I feel like sex workers should not have custody of their kids. The risk of trauma is just too high. But let me know what you think, because that's actually a really good debate, and that probably needs a lot of thinking to like actually come down to a narrow decision. So I think that's actually a really great debate. Should SWs have custody of their kids?
Reality is that these photos being easily accessible is something that will follow her son into the future. While it's certainly true part of her motivation for doing sex work was to support her family, she also said it became, quote, therapeutical to overcome insecurities. Within months of joining OnlyFans, she admitted to getting addicted to sex to the point of it being scary at times. I get my surgery on Tuesday and can't have sex for
Despite the hate I get from my music helps me get over insecurities.
6 weeks after, so I'm trying to as much in these 3 days. My goal in Tennessee is to see how many men I can from Tinder in 3 days. Who the hell says that out loud? I have to say I don't understand why Pokemon didn't want to be associated with her. All joking aside, it's hard to ignore the broader picture painted by her social media. If any of this video feels invasive, remember that these are all things Marissa shared publicly and willingly. Over the years, she would opine about not having any real friends outside the internet. At the same time, she would brag about sleeping with all of her ex's friends, which to be clear wasn't limited to her ex-husband. Talking to guys who are friends at the same time is always fun, because y'all don't think I know, but it's real life Hunger Games and I'm gonna f one of you. I've ruined my chances of dating ever again because I'll probably just end up wanting to f your friends, and I have no friends for you to f, so it just wouldn't work out.
What a bitch! That was one of the most bitchy
Truth
things I've
or
ever
dare?
heard. What the fuck?
Truth.
I just ate mood with my
Yeah, I got
dad.
no
So he came over.
She also took issue
I've
when
said
men would
worse.
interpret her flirting as romantic interest. I will flirt with everybody and have issues with people taking it too deep because they think I want a romantic relationship. Nah bro, you're not special, I'm just bored. There didn't seem to be clear boundaries in her life, as in the replies for one video, she clarified the man was just a friend, and they had no romantic feelings. When she started filming content for OF, Marissa struggled to find worthy participants in Colorado. Her attempts to scout men on Tinder were thwarted
Fuck. My vape died.
by the platform's rules against promoting sex work. It doesn't seem like she ever got the memo, as even after getting permanently suspended and caught evading 6 different times, she kept begging them to unban her. In the rare time she could use the app, Marissa copy-pasted all her messages in hopes of avoiding any personal interactions or friendships. This had the results you would expect. Can I be one of the guys in your videos? Yeah, sure, let's do it. Makes content. Guy ghosts me after. Do you not want to get money from it, or I have the worst luck with making content with guys here in Colorado? Eventually, she stopped filming with men off dating apps, as well as random hookups in general upon realizing the importance of getting tested for STDs. The reason I bring all this up is to illustrate that money
That fucking took me out. No.
seemed far from the primary motive of this excessive promiscuity, which feels relevant if the rationale is that she did this to give her child a better future. On that note, while Marissa has stated she posted her son on social media prior to doing sex work, he became far more
she
prominent.
probably got all the
She even had
diseases.
him on her stream.
She probably
How old
got
are you
all
gonna
them diseases.
How old are you gonna be? Are you gonna be 3? Alright, Onyx, you're making me look bad. You always talk, except now.
To be clear, I made the editorial decision to blur out the child's face, as he is fully visible on the source material. Marissa has also admitted to getting into fights with other people's children over how they treat him. I feel like I'm the one who needs adult supervision instead of Onyx at those indoor playgrounds because
I definitely think kids' faces shouldn't be shown anywhere on the internet. Because, like, ugh. Bro, if you're sharing pictures of your kids, anybody can get access to those pictures, and you never know what they're gonna fucking do with it, and it's just, ugh.
I'm so fucking mean to any kid who tries to get in Onyx's way because f them kids.
If your kids are on social media with their faces and stuff, and it's not like super privated to where like it can only be their contacts that you approve of, then I think you should have your kids off of social media like completely. I think you should remove every picture, all that.
I can't stand other kids. Holy shit. Mimi got to witness me going off on other kids being mean to Onyx, and I'm so terrible. Grabbed a kid to tell him, if you shove my kid again, I'm going to shove you. I'm too protective, shoot me. That finally takes us to the summer of 2021, when Marissa was arrested and charged with child neglect. On August 24th, a neighbor contacted police after they discovered the OnlyFans model's 4-year-old son wandering outside alone, crying at around 10:20 p.m. The police report notes, the area where Cloutier and her child reside is surrounded by bodies of water, wildlife, and vehicle traffic, as well as other potentially dangerous hazards for an unsupervised child. When authorities arrived, the influencer claimed she had left to buy laundry detergent from 7-Eleven and that she had not been gone long. Upon further questioning, Cloutier changed aspects of her story, admitting she had gone to meet with a friend who lived 11 miles away. Marissa then told officers she made a mistake and that her anxiety made her lie.
You know, not everybody's perfect, Jesus Christ.
As a result, she was arrested, charged with a felony, and her mother arrived to take custody of Onyx. News of her arrest quickly circulated on social media. By that point, she had been released from jail. Marissa responded in a TikTok claiming that—
Why? Why? Why?
A lot of things being posted were out of context and very much untrue. It was unsurprisingly received poorly and quickly deleted. The story received coverage by outlets like Business Insider, and several other OF models canceled their collabs. Given the circumstances, many felt it was unlikely this was an isolated incident, simply being the first time she got caught. But at the very least, they took solace in the fact that it seemed like there would be at least some form of repercussion. So you can imagine the public's shock when just 2 months later, the charges were dropped. The State Attorney's Office of the 20th Judicial Circuit said it was not filing charges on October 4th due to insufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. It's not exactly clear why the charges were dismissed, given there seemed to be both evidence and testimony corroborating the fact that this happened. Some have speculated it was leniency for the fact she was a single mother. Whatever the case may be, this outcome enraged those who expected some level of accountability. And rather than show any level of regret or humility, Marissa decided to respond by mocking the haters, even referencing her excuse for the child neglect by filming in front of a 7-Eleven.
Marissa, digital princess, you're back. Hello. Hey, isn't this your mugshot?
Then she—
That guy. He's funny as fuck. Like, I got him. He's
I've learned
funny
a
as
lot
fuck.
about being on social media. And one of the things I've learned is
I don't know
that
his
people
name, but
online
he's
feel like they
funny
are
as
entitled
fuck.
to know everything about my life because I have a platform, and they think that they can demand answers from me about my life that has nothing to do with them. People online want to act like they know everything about my life, when in reality, you only get to see 15 to 60-second clips of my life.
I agree. I relate to that. You know what? Preach, queen, preach. I agree with that. First smart thing you said.
Imagine being able to build anything.
First
Just by
smart thing you
thinking about
said.
it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone.
If that was—
And no, I'm not Hassan. I'm not leaving my chair there for like fucking 30 minutes. God
bad enough,
damn.
Cloutier then announced—
That terrorist needs to get locked up, honestly. Because that's what he is. He's affiliated with Antifa. Isn't he? Antifa's now a terrorist organization. So, like, yeah, lock him up and throw away the key. Lock Hassan up and throw away the key. He's shocking his dog. He's grabbing that collar and he's shocking his dog. You throw away his key. We don't need him. Hassan can go.
She would be—
And that's why I will never stream to Twitch. Never.
Making an official statement, which would be available—
The only time I streamed on Twitch was when I had no other means except Xbox, where I had to stream on Twitch. Or else I couldn't stream at all. And even then I stopped after like 5 streams.
exclusively on her OnlyFans. Yes, she was charging people to access her child neglect statement to promote her uncensored materials. Needless to say, the backlash was swift and immediate. The entire internet crashed down on the e-girl, enough that it made her go into hiding for a month. When she returned, it was with another statement, this time at least trying to seem apologetic. She also clarified that she had never lost custody of her son. This was far from her last statement on the matter though, making numerous more TikToks and Twitter posts. None of them really swayed public opinion, as she basically says the same thing over and over, that either you believe she's changed or you don't. These other people trying to bring up my past in attempts to cancel me are only in the end trying to hurt Onyx. Why try to ruin my source of income I used to take care of him? While she may have expected the dismissal to make this all go away, her career hasn't really recovered. As of writing, she hasn't gained any followers on TikTok over the past 4 years, having less than she did back in 2021. In 2023, the YouTube channel EWU Bodycam released never-before-seen footage of her arrest. Big shout out to this guy because he was also able to get the Chris Chan bodycam footage. His video
Peak! That was peak! That was peak!
confirmed once and for all what exactly happened that night. Their upload garnered over 2.6 million views. With now undeniable proof and the entire internet at her throat, she would finally stop evading responsibility, admitting she had made bad choices and that in therapy she realized she needed to change for her son. Of course, this will never stop others from telling her story, like the one you're watching right now or one by Ray William Johnson from earlier this year, which has garnered almost 1 million views. Yeah, apparently Ray is back on the internet and doing quite well for himself. Before we end this video though, I'd like to bring up a few of the responses she made in the aftermath that I haven't seen.
Bro, that pussy will forever just be blasted on the internet. Rammed and blasted on the internet. You done did that to yourself. You done did that to yourself.
Many people talk about, particularly regarding her son and the impact her online presence has had on his life. One of the few good decisions she made in light of all this was to never post Onyx on social media ever again. With a flood of comments either mocking him or pretending to be him, she was now being confronted with the absolute worst case scenario of overexposing your children on the World Wide Web. In one reply, a user stated, "I'm not going to address your recent fuck up, but as a sex worker you shouldn't have been posting him in the first place. You should have been safeguarding him. What if you had a stalker?"
Facts!
Your only thought has been yourself for a long time. I hope that
facts
changes, mama. Marissa responded,
facts.
I've been very selfish in the past, and I'm changing that. Actions speak louder than words, and I will continue to do everything for him to protect. Nevertheless, as many predicted and feared, it soon began to affect the child's real life, as shown in a tweet from Marissa in September 2022. Tell me why these kids in my neighborhood are screaming at me in Onyx, calling me a whore. One of the kids lives across the street and is...
This is I said it was inevitable. What happened? What happened? I said it was inevitable. Vindication. My chair just went down. I broke the. My chair just went down, and I didn't use the. Okay, I think my chair's broken now. Okay.
Is now commenting on my TikToks, apologizing because he doesn't want me to tell his parents. 2 months later, she began contemplating leaving sex work, expressing a new interest in cars. I just want normal friends who don't try to fuck me. Like with cars, I genuinely want to be friends with guys who I think have super dope cars. But majority of the time, if I reach out, they think I'm trying to fuck because I suck wiener on the
I'm joking. Internet.
In 2024, Marissa implied that year would be her last year of porn. I really want to get more into cars and focus...
Because I'm saving it for somebody.
Focus my career in that industry. I want my son...
Somebody has my eye right now.
...to grow up and be proud of me, and I feel as staying in porn will cause more future issues with my relationship...
Not this chick. She can stay away.
...with those around me. However, she has since deleted the original tweets, and to this day continues to upload content to her OnlyFans. And that pretty much wraps up the story of Pokey Princess. In hindsight, I find it baffling that the internet took her side when Nintendo asked the model to stop using their likeness. She tried to trademark the Pokey name, which forced their hand into taking action, as Game Freak couldn't risk the most valuable IP in the world being associated with a dysfunctional adult entertainer, especially considering the controversy that followed. While Marissa won't be winning much...
Oh, come on, you had what? What was that name of that movie? I don't remember the name of it. No. But it's like a porno where like it's like Mario and there's Peach and there's Bowser and there's Luigi. And it's like all live action. It's like an old movie. Don't ask how I know this.
...of the year anytime soon, I can't help but have sympathy with the...
Curiosity killed the cat.
...trauma
I'll
and
just
abuse
say that.
she faced in her younger years. More often than not, this sort of background leads to an unhealthy view of intimacy, along with a myriad of other problems. With the COVID boom gone and her best of money-making years behind her, all I can hope is that digital
Huh. Okay. We're back. We're back. But yeah, every time I'm a furry,